Hello everyone, it's Luphisra here. Today I'll be playing LumineNight, or LumineNight, however you pronounce it. This is a game that came out late last year, I think in November or something. It's made by an indie studio. This is their one and only game that they came out with. I looked it up. It's the first game they released, and I'm sorry I'm blocking the character silhouette on the right side. I'm in the way, my bad. Yeah, I'm very excited about this game. I wanted to stream this yesterday, but I took a nap after dinner. I was thinking like I could wake up after my nap and then stream, but then I took a way too long of a nap. It was like past midnight by the time I woke up. I slept for hours, okay? I turned on to like a full-blown sleep. And then it was too late by then, so here I am today. Let's just get started. This is a murder mystery game that is in a way similar to Ace Attorney. Kinda. It has that mechanics. Oh, there's no voiceover. Okay. This is Detective Foster. We're going to be playing as Detective Foster and his daughter, who is a self-proclaimed detective. Seems like I made it in time. The scene must be downstairs. Officer Coleman is guarding the scene. I should say hi to him before I go downstairs. Okay. So I walk with WASD. Actually, no, arrow keys. Left shift to run. And then Z or space to interact. Okay. Oh, WASD works. Okay. I should go say hi to Officer Coleman. Oh, okay. My bad. Where is Officer Coleman? Hello? Good morning, Officer Coleman. Detective Foster. Good morning. The crime scene is over there. The rest of the team is waiting for you downstairs. Okay, so this is the crime scene. Alright. Detective William wanted barbecued ribs for lunch today. Well, I'm not sure. I walked past that place on the way and it was closed. Oh. Detective William won't be happy to hear that. He really seemed like he was craving for some ribs. Oh well, let's go get some burgers after we are done here. Sounds good, sir. Hey, now you over there, don't cross that line. Seems like the body on the beach is becoming a bit of an attraction. I should wrap this up before more people come to see what's going on. I should first go downstairs and say hi to the rest of the team. I'm sorry, that sound was annoying me. Okay. Contemplate. Stop and think for a moment. When you're lost or face a difficult problem, you can think of a hint about the next objective or deduction. Oh, so left control is the hit button. Okay. First things first, I should talk to my colleagues. Okay. Hello. So this is William. So if you want that game back then. Hey William, how are things looking? Ah, the man of the hour. What took you so long? Sorry, I'll double click to skip that sound. It was annoying me. We're already done with the initial sweep. I'm sorry, I couldn't find my badge in my coat pocket. Your badge? Did you leave it at home? I never leave it out of my pocket. I just couldn't find it anywhere. You lost your badge? One hell of a cub you are, Kevin. Isn't that right, Sergeant Colbert? I've never seen Foster being late and losing his badge. Life is full of surprises. My apologies. How's the investigation going? Well, it's a tricky case. We're already done with the search, but Heh, what can an old man like me find here? Better you than me. William says it seems like a normal suicide. I reckon Kevin will have to agree with me once he... Sorry, I need to take a sneeze. Let's take a look at the scene. Yeah, okay. As you can notice from here, it's been mentioned that the translation is a bit buggy. I mean, some people said it fixed, but of course it's not perfect yet. I mean, you get the gist of it. It was fine, right? Right, partner, let's hear what our informant qua witness, Mr. James, has to say. Informant qua witness? I'm not sure where to begin. Why don't you give me a lowdown starting from the beginning? Okay. To start from the beginning, I was walking down the footpath here when I was getting off work last night. What exactly do you mean by last night? It was something like midnight past half past, I think. Phew. I've been working graveyard shifts all the time, and we're short-staffed. I can't even go home for dinner. I get so tired when I go back home late at night, I can't even spend time playing with my kids. Maybe I should look for a new job if the company really goes bust. But that would mean that I will no longer see this beautiful coastline when I commute. Sitting on the beach chair and looking at the ocean does feel a bit relaxing. What's that? What is the guy doing here at this time of night? A raging alcoholic, that. He's living the good life. Unlike some people, I like someone who's been working all this time. Anyway, that's how I would have looked like when I would sit there. I guess. Other people thought the same about me when I was sitting there. I guess I would stop lounging there like that. So I went back home thinking that the man was asleep there after a night of heavy drinking. Drinking on seawall. People do that sometimes, I suppose. Right? And he was waving his arms like this. I wasn't sure if he was sleeping or turning, but anyway, if the guy was that drunk, it's not that strange of a thing, right? I bet anyone would thought the same, but this morning something happened. I always commute using the footpath, you see? I was on my way to work today, and that man was still there, lying down like a log at the same spot. I mean, he was dressed neatly and all, and he's out there sleeping on the street. I thought it was odd and went down the beach to see what's up with him. When I got close to him, I noticed that he wasn't breathing and he looked very pale. That's why I went to the phone booth and reported it to the police. You know, this is still freaking me out. Yesterday night he was alive, and this morning he ends up dead. Okay, new clue added to the note. Witness testimony. So this is the witness testimony, okay. Use tab to open the witness testimony, okay. See your space to inspect. At the clue tab, you can check the clues so far. I can just use my mouse, it's okay. Okay, this is the first clue. So you're sure you saw him alive and waving his arms last night? Yes, I'm sure. Thanks, Mr. James. Hey, William, let me take a closer look at the body. I don't have my badge with me today, so I think I'll need your help, detective. Whatever, go on. Okay, hold on. Left alternate. Okay. Okay, just highlights everything that you can look at. I'm starting to get a bit hungry. You know, I appreciate it if we could wrap this up as soon as possible. Alright, jeez. Hold on. This is the clue button. This is... Let me take a look at the settings. Okay, controls. Can I turn off like the sound thing? Like the sound? Is this the blip? Maybe I turn that on and see if it affects that blip thing. For now. Yeah, it's the blip thing. The corpse looks as calm. There are no blood stains nearby, and it wouldn't have been easy to notice that he was dead before checking on him from near. I am sorry I clicked like... I should thoroughly inspect anything that could be a clue cracking case open. Use the detect function where you're on the field. And end the field investigation until you collect all information. Can't seem to find clues? Try using focus. Hold on. Why did suddenly... Am I not able to just click it, just flow past? Is it because I turned this down? Sorry, my bad. Yeah, let's look at the body first. The man's face is calm, and it seems like he died during his sleep. His face makes it look like he died painlessly. His beard is trimmed neatly. Seems like he shaved yesterday morning. I should check on his pupils. His pupils are dilated. No reflexes either. Sounds right for a dead man's eye. It's been decades in Summerset since the last time a corpse like this appeared. I should do my best to resolve this mystery, so that this man could find some spite. The man's fingerprints are stained with nicotine. The man must have been a heavy smoker. For his fingers to be this discolored, he must have smoked at least 2 packs a day. Ooh, damn, that's a lot of cigarettes. His other hand is clean. He must have smoked with his left hand only. I'm guessing he would have been left-handed. Yeah, he probably is left-handed. Hands are clean and smooth without any calluses or scars. His nails are filed neatly too. His suit seems to be quite expensive type too. He would have been a well-educated upper-class businessman, or at least he would have worked in some sort of white-collar job. I wouldn't expect a man of this stature to be found dead in a place like this all alone. Wait, this is not a handkerchief. There's something interesting in his chest pocket. Seema? What's this? William. I just found this in the man's chest pocket. Do you notice this? Oh, wait, he had something more on him? Did you miss this in the first sweep? I forgot to check his chest pocket. But what's this? Seema. What does this mean? I'm not sure either. The letters are printed on the pulp-based paper with equal margins. Seems like he tore it from a book of some sort. Normally, in a pocket like this, people would have put a folded handkerchief. If this man left this note here, would have been something important to the deceased man, I suppose. At least he wouldn't have lost it if he had put it somewhere like this. These cigarettes. I'm not sure what make they are. It looks like a bit of a hand-rolled cigarette. The shape and size of the filter is slightly different from regular ones. William, where do you find this cigarette butt? Oh, that? I found this on the man's tie. On this man's tie? Look, it was just on his tie like this. I guess you could say that it was on his chest. The smoke butt was found on his tie. For some reason, this doesn't feel right. I mean, yeah, if you're smoking in your hand, it would be like on the floor somewhere, right? If you died. Or even if you're asleep drunk, you dropped it. On his chest is a bit weird. This wallet is made of sheepskin. I'm guessing that would have been pricey. But the inside betrays its look, not a single cent. William, this wallet, right? What pocket do you find it in? It was in his back pocket, I'm sure. In his back pocket? So he's just sat on it? The corpse is sitting. I guess it wouldn't have been easy to take it out of his back pocket. Yeah, tell me about it. If someone wasn't late, fishing a wallet out of his pocket would have been a cakewalk. He told me to get the scene as intact as possible until you get here, so that's why. You know how hard it is to lift the body up, take the wallet out of his back and set him down again? I'm sorry about that. You know, you're gonna be late. Better yet, just skip it. I cannot come there, right? Make sure to be on time. But anyway, about this wallet, it doesn't have a single thing in it. I wonder how long it will take to ID him. Yep, this man has got a single thing on himself. He's simply penniless. So these 2 bus tickets in his wallet are all he had. These tickets from yesterday both say they departed from Salty Mary Station. They depart on different times and destinations are different too. A ticket bound for Summerset Beach at 8:10 p.m. I'm sorry. Seems like this man used this ticket last evening to take the bus here. The other ticket is strange. It's a ticket bound for Pamela Street at 8:30 p.m. The destinations are different. And he wouldn't have used it anyway. Why did he buy it then? If he bought the wrong ticket, he would have gotten a refund. It's not like he had a lot of money to spare after all. That is weird. That is weird. Let me take a bite of my food first. I did not know there's no voiceover, so I've been speaking a lot. Thank goodness I got water. Shoes. From the witness testimony, this man stayed on the beach all night. His shoes aren't dirty at all, though. Doesn't seem like he was walking around the beach at all. Looks like he was just sitting here ever since he got to the beach. I don't see any traces of fire or any trauma either. Seems like he's clothed well in an expensive suit, but been warm enough as well. And since last night wasn't that cold either, it's not like the hypothermia is the cause of death. Everything leading up to his death was just peaceful. Like William said, it's all looking like a simple suicide. I think I've looked through all that I have to. I'm about to go wrap up an investigation here. This is not a simple suicide. You check everything? So what did you think, Detective Foster? Well, like you said, it's a tricky case. We could not find any wounds on the body. Doesn't seem like hypothermia or drowning. The man came to the beach on his own on a bus and died peacefully, leaning on the seawall. The first thing that comes to mind is a suicide or a natural death, but what do you think, Kevin? Either suicide or natural death? No? I don't think we can rush to a conclusion yet. What do you mean rush? You saw everything, didn't you? There wasn't a single drop of blood on the body or near it. So what you're saying is this man was not murdered? That's right. I mean, don't you get a good hunch from all this? A hunch. But a person died, William. I can't base our investigation on a hunch. Hey, it was just an expression. It's all a result of a logical and reasonable process of deduction, alright? That's how you do things, isn't it? Man, there's a lot of reading. Really? Give me a rundown then. Well, why not? My deduction's foolproof. So here goes. The man, for unknown reason, tried to find where he could to end his life. That place happened to be Summerset Beach. Only he would know why he chose an awkward spot like this. But I suppose he wanted to feel the ocean breeze and watch the nightscape for the last time. And anyway, after admiring in Pimpstown's beautiful night skyline, he decided to smoke one last cigarette before he ended everything. A lonely end, but it could be worse. At least he had his last cigarette. I suppose he would have said something like, yeah, this one wasn't half bad of life when he made his final choice. And the cigarette butt dropped, and the man let out his final breath. That is why I found a cigarette on his tie, just like I found him. How's that? How matches up the scene, doesn't it? And so how did he die? Did he take a drug? There's no blood, so obviously he didn't cut himself. So that's your argument. This wasn't a tough nut to crack after all. William, it looks like you're proud of your deduction. Sorry, I had to break the mood. There's a major hole in William's deduction. I'm guessing that simply cannot... Something completely else happened that night. Last night, I mean. If the cause of death's unclear, it's best to send the body for an autopsy. It's difficult to get an autopsy approved on a corpse that committed suicide or died naturally. Nobody wants to disturb the dead without a good reason. But if there's a single tiny little clue, if I can find a single clue that this man could have been a victim of murder, then let's get started cleaning up around here. Wait, William. I think you're making some unsubstantiated claims there. What, you still don't get it? What do you not understand? Go on, spit it out. I'll refute it until you understand why I was right. Refute you? That's an idea and a half. Let's see if our deductions have any issues. If either one of us makes an irrefutable argument, we'll know who's right. So this is where they say it's like Ace Attorney. No, it's you investigate and then you have to do this like debating thing. So let's do it. Why not? Time for a balanced debate where you compare the efficiency of your argument with your opponents. To strengthen your argument or refute your opponents, place the right clue on a scale to change its tilt. Provide the correct clues to each situation and steer the deduction to the right course. William, I think that the key evidence in the scene that supports the deduction is the cigarette butt found on the top of the dead man's thigh, isn't that right? Well, yeah, I guess so. It wasn't just rolling around anywhere, it was right there on his chest. Isn't it natural to think that the man was smoking it? And didn't you say that the cigarette seems to be hand-rolled? Right. I'm sure this isn't readily available everywhere. And it's natural to think that the dead man used this to commit suicide. So William thinks that the cigarette here is the key to the case. Are you implying that the cigarette was poisonous? And no external actor was involved in this man's poisoning himself to death? That explains why the corpse and its surroundings are so clean. At least from a cursory look, it doesn't look very poisonous. It doesn't smell like it either. Of course, a proper lab test is due. I'm not speaking absolutes. All I'm saying that the scene makes it look like the case. Doesn't that mean that what you said about the cigarette is just a hypothesis? Hey, not all hypotheses are wrong. Of course not. But what if there's a major problem in the hypothesis itself? What do you mean, a major problem? What, are you even listening to me? Right, I'll give you a rundown for the last time. Listen up. Last night, the man decided to come to Summerset Beach. He used this bus ticket that departed from Salty Mary Station. Why? To commit suicide. Then the man had to smoke a cigarette. Why do you say that? You saw how stained his left hand was from nicotine, didn't you? That means that the man was a heavy smoker. Do you get it? What I mean? Whether the cigarette contained poison or not is not important. What is important is that this man is the type who just had to smoke one last cigarette before ending it all. I admit there's some imagination in my deduction. I wasn't here looking over the man as he died. How would I figure out how exactly he died? That's why you have to investigate, fucking asshole. But look at the evidence left on the scene. A single wallet the man had, and a note with some unidentifiable scrawl. A bus ticket the dead man used, and a cigarette he smoked. There's nothing here suggesting that anyone else was here other than him. Which means that either he took some poisonous pill or he died naturally due to some illness he had. You have 2 more pieces of evidence that support hypothesis. Good work, William. It's time to admit it. Your partner, Detective Foster, is as capable as you are in the art of deduction. William, you're one hell of a detective, but people can make mistakes. There's a major contradiction in your deduction. That clue that real contradiction is... I only have 4 clues. What the hell? But the man did not have enough things in his possession. What does that have to do with anything? Let's say that, like you said, the man grabbed his last cigarette from his pocket. But then, how could he have lighted it? Light it? Oh. All this man had on him was his wallet, 2 bus tickets, and a little piece of paper. None of that can be used to light up a cigarette. How do you smoke without a match or a lighter? That. Oh, right. He got thrown away his lighter after he lit a cigarette. For instance, he got thrown in the ocean. Well, you know, getting rid of one's belongings before dying that sort. Wouldn't that explain why he came to the beach in the first place? I don't think so. If he threw his belongings in the ocean for closure, why didn't he throw away his wallet? That, you're right. Wait, that's it. A thief stole it alongside other valuables on him. This man's been sitting here alone all night, no? It makes perfect sense for a thief to target him. If that was the case, it explains how he was quite literally penniless, because he was robbed penniless. I'm sorry, but I disagree. Huh? What makes you so sure? Do you have proof that nobody could have robbed him during the night? Of course, there's a critical piece of evidence. It's because of... Oh my god, this kind of thing makes me nervous. So there's nothing in his wallet. I would say the position of his wallet. Just the appearance, like he said, look, it's like sheepskin, it's not cheap. I think it's the position of his wallet. where his wallet was found. Where you found his wallet? Yeah. What did you say when I asked you where you found his wallet? William, this wallet, right? What pocket did you find it in? It was in his back pocket, I'm sure. If a thief stole the belongings of a man who was fast asleep sitting here and only left his empty wallet behind, why would the thief put the wallet back in the man's back pocket which we have been sitting on? And didn't you say this too? The corpse is sitting. I guess it wouldn't have been easy to take it out of his back pocket. They told me to keep the scene as intact as possible until you get here. So that's why, you know how hard it is to lift the body up, take the wallet out of the pocket and set it down again? That's what you told me. If that's right, the thief took utmost care not to disturb the man's posture as he was set down here. I don't think it's very likely that a thief as sophisticated as that would be behind this, so the man would not have had much on him from the beginning, without money nor lighter, and someone else would have been there, who had a lighter or a matchstick and could light the cigarette. Yeah, alright, okay, you're right. Even if the scene looks peaceful at first glance, maybe it's because the culprit tried to clean up the scene to derail us. Maybe the culprit first killed him with poison and then left the corpse on the beach while nobody's looking. This beach is a bit of a secluded area, and it's not too shabby for a corpse dump. The culprit could have intentionally left a cigarette on the body to make it look like the victim committed suicide. If the victim and the culprit knew each other, there could have been some bad blood between them. Drop a cigarette on the victim as if the culprit wanted to mock him, and so forth. Ha! You said the poison theory, just hypothesis. Of course, all of this is a hypothesis. I say an autopsy will make things clear. What do you say? So that's why you wanted to argue that it was a murder? Because us police only get the right to perform autopsies when it's clear as a murder? Yeah, if I'm on the money, this is first-degree murder. Phew, sounds like we're about to get busy. How do we even ID this guy? Well, it seems like this man tried to get to Pamela Street yesterday. We should talk to the people who live there and look for any witnesses around the ticket booth. You have a way of making more work for all of us. And the autopsy, I suppose Dr. Charlotte could take care of it. She's the only doctor that does any sort of that thing in this backwater town anyway. Why do you even ask? Well, forget all that. Let's go for lunch already. I'm starving. We're getting ribs today. That place been closed since last week. Let's have burgers instead. Nothing's going my way today. You know what? I still like the guy. William is still nice. And yeah, this game occurs in the 1950s, okay? Long time ago. Technology is not that great, so... yeah, just forgive them. Oh, William, just in time. Did we identify the deceased man? Yeah, Officer Coleman gave me a copy of the residence on Pamela Street. All the residents? That was fast. Didn't you know that the place was basically deserted for a while? There were only 3 households there. Coleman even ran their plates. Only 3, huh? I didn't know that. Makes sense it didn't take that long, right? Here's the case report. It's the preliminary report. I can't really speak well today. I'm sorry. Coleman said that there's some new information updated after the preliminary investigation. Thanks, I'll get right to it. Okay. 1950, October 12th, I think. I'm assuming it's October 12th. Yeah, October 12th. Morning, October 12th, dead body discovered. Reporter Anton James. So this is like what we've looked at. All brand labels have been removed. Pamela Street residence. Long-term business trip. Arm injury. 11 Pamela, 6-month tax overdue house on auction, vacant house. Expired license. Okay. Then 17, no family or friends, likely single household. Alexander Wayne, red green colorblind. I think this colorblind thing must be important if he's a suspect, right? William, is this the new information you were talking about? I think so. Let's see. All the labels on the clothes were removed. Huh. I don't even know where the labels are on my own clothes. Guess some people have strange habits. Well, maybe the victim had a habit of doing so. Or the culprit removed the labels after killing him. The culprit? What? Whatever Bella comes from getting rid of the labels. Is that a word or is this a mistranslation? Maybe the culprit thought that the other people knowing where the victim bought his clothes might compromise his identity. Are you implying that the culprit was a tailor or something? If that's the case, we should be looking outside of Summerset, somewhere like Pimpstown, or I'm not saying that the culprit must have something to do with tailoring. The key fact here is that for some reason, somebody removed all the clues that will help us identify who the victim was. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water, so much reading. There wasn't an ID on the body, and the clothes didn't have any labels either. If the victim was murdered by someone he knew, and if the culprit just meant to distract our investigation with it, this won't be a difficult case. But it's odd that the wallet was left on the body despite everything. If the culprit was that thorough, there's no way we would have found any sort of belongings on his body. But if we suppose that the victim actually had committed suicide, I guess it would be difficult to claim that he was a regular traveler. If he was someone to try to hide his identity even after death, perhaps he could have been a spy in a government agency or a mafia member of some sort. By the way, do you have any news from the train station? Did anyone see the dead man? Oh yeah, about that. I think you should see for yourself. Myself? Did something happen there? I thought Sergeant Colbert was taking care of that. Well, yeah, but there's a report of a burglary last night at the station. They said it would be better if a single detective could work on both cases. A robbery at the train station. When did that happen? Happened last night and was reported this morning. What? Shouldn't someone have already been there already? Wasn't Sergeant Colbert with us this morning? Not the train station. Well, the sergeant has a knack of forgetting what he has to do. My gosh, I should head there as soon as I see the autopsy results. That being said, weren't we supposed to meet the doctor ages ago? Where is she? She's usually always on time. Seems like she's still human, huh? I was having a chat with her just now. She had to attend to an urgency, so I was waiting for her to come back. That makes sense. Speak of the devil, there she is. Ah, your partner is here. Sorry for making you wait. She looks so tired. Duty calls, right? So how's the patient? Oh, it's nothing. I could tell you about it if you're curious. It was a patient who came in yesterday insisting that he had tendinitis from a prick of his finger. It seemed like the staff sent him to the ER because of acute trismus and generalized seizure. But no local tetanus was detected on the wound on the left index finger, and the spatula test also came back negative. I believe the symptoms such as vomiting and dizziness was a result of the digestive medicine he took last night after drinking. So the best thing he could do was administer a vaccine. Sorry to interrupt, but your sleeve is torn? Oh, administrating the vaccine was a bit more physically demanding because the patient was convulsing a lot. Kevin, do you understand what she's talking about? I'm thinking that a particular fussy patient came in for a vaccination. Yes, you could say that. Anyway, it's good that the patient was mindful of his health. It's good to get vaccinated for tendinitis every 10 years. Alright, but anyway, let's get back to the kid. Please come in. Oh, what the hell? Autopsy room. Here's the autopsy report. I'll take a gander. I should read the autopsy report first. It's in a note between the clues. Okay, name, John Doe, because we have no idea who he is. Case number, blah, blah, blah. Performed by Charlotte Forrest. Height, 183 centimeters. Weight, 89 kg. A male in late 30s. Blonde hair, green eyes. Notable feature. Victim possibly red-green colorblind. I just mentioned earlier that the red-green colorblind thing might be important, and guess what? It popped up. So we might know who the victim was. Gastrointestinal bleeding. Destruction and bleeding of liver tissues due to acute ulcer. Probably caused by poison, so he was poisoned. Engulfed skin and severe red blood cell destruction observed. Toxicology results is atropine, socolamine, and other miscellaneous terpene alkaloids. I have no idea what they are. Last known intake, barbecue ribs and salad. Found to contain significant quantities of toxic substances. Case of death, cause of death poisoning. Wait a minute. The barbecue rib place was closed for a week. Where did he get his barbecue ribs? Don't tell me he's been dead for a week, man. Yep, the man was poisoned. By the way, do you mind if I use this case in a research paper? In paper? Was there something odd about the body? A lot. A lot? Some toxins were discovered in his body, but I'm getting the feeling that this isn't the end of the story. Some toxins might have been completely decomposed, and that could be why they didn't leave any traces. The problem, though, is that the combination of the poisons found in this man's body is simply impossible. A combination, so you're suggesting that the man was poisoned by something man-made. That's right. I'm not sure how it was made, but it's a completely new sort of poison. Would you say this man was intentionally poisoned then? I can't be sure. The man could have taken the poison himself in order to commit suicide. The trace amount of atropine means that he would have been completely anesthetized and the man would have been hallucinating. By the time he was in a trance and couldn't feel any pain, the rest of the poisons were spread into his body, neutralizing his organs. A quiet, drowsy death, where you can't feel your insides burning away nor react to it. So that's why we can't find any evidence of him resisting or struggling in pain. I think I should look into what I found in the man's stomach. The report says he ate barbecue ribs before he died. Is there a chance that the food was poisoned? It's not impossible. But if it was the case, it's strange that it took so long for him to die after eating it for dinner. He died of special designer poison. That's all that I'm sure of. I see, got it. By the way, do you have this man's name? It's better to include it in a research paper. Living forever in medical research paper after being poisoned by some ribs. Kevin, I'm telling you as a friend, if something like that ever happens to me, do not share my name with any doctor no matter what. I will, if that ever happens. I have a question here. You wrote that the man could have been red-green colorblind. As far as I know, people who are red-green colorblind have an issue with their optical nerves and cannot distinguish between red and green. Is it possible to know if someone had it through an autopsy? Aha, good point. And you're right. It's impossible to know that through an autopsy. I don't take the eyeball out when I'm doing autopsies. So the thing you wrote then, the reason why I wrote the man could have been red-green colorblind was because of the contact lenses found on the man's eyes. I almost missed it since it was stuck right onto his eye after he died, but this man wore green tinted contact lenses. I was thinking that the man could have used the contact lenses to filter out green light to correct his color blindness. That's why I mentioned that in the report. Correcting color blindness with a green tinted lens. That's an interesting way to deal with it. Well, I'm just suggesting that the man could have used the lenses for that purpose. You can't actually treat color blindness that way. Color blindness is something that happens on the level of the cone cells. Just because the lens filters out some wavelengths doesn't mean that it somehow changes how the brain works. The lens looked like a scrappy made one by an officer amateur too. I'm guessing that the dead man was trying to invent a corrective lens only equipped with a limited knowledge on color blindness. I see, corrective lenses for color blindness. Or it could be just that he's trying to tell himself that it's green, like it says on the marker or whatever that he's using, like the ink, that it's green. So he wore the contact lenses so he knows, okay, whatever I'm seeing, like it's like green, right? So the other color would be red or something like that. I'm just assuming. To think of it, wasn't it on the list of men who was red-green colorblind, I mean? It should be on the resident list Coleman picked up for us. Why don't you give that a gander? That's a good idea. If the dead man was one of the 3 residents at Pamela Street. Detective board. Capable detectives use a detective board inside their mind to organize any links between the clues they find. Connecting the 2 clues that connect to each other using pins. Visualizing information like this would be very helpful in deducing things for your investigation. So yeah, this thing. Alexander Wayne, he seems like our guy. Hold on, are you sure? He looks completely different. Honestly, the photo doesn't look anything like him. But his physical features and the general look does match. What about his age? He doesn't look 35 at all. It could be an old photo. Time really did a number on him. Yeah, it's all fine and dandy, but this man doesn't have any relatives. We don't have anyone to notify. So we don't need any approval from his family. Do you mind if I start working on the research paper then? Oh, we're not completely sure yet. So first, we'll look into it and let you know. Thanks. The faster the better. That's one intimidating woman. Other than the autopsy, do you find anything odd from his belongings that we found on the scene? He was poisoned, right? So do you find any similar substances on him or... Oh, I forgot to mention it because it was rather eventless. I didn't find anything on his belongings. Kevin said that something was unusual about his cigarettes. I suppose it's interesting how it looks like a regular cigarette, but it's filled with loose-cut leaves. It wasn't poisonous, though. If anything, the most interesting bit was the note that read Seema. The note, you mean? Do you find anything on it? No, not really, but isn't it strange? That's a page from the last page of a botany book. A botany book, you say? Do you know anything about the note? Well, it seems like he tore it out of a book called Khafra. Seema is a word printed on the last page of that book. This Khafra, where can we find it? I bought a copy of it and stuck somewhere in a bookstore. Thought the cover looked nice. It's this one right here. Do you want to read it? The cover looks nice. It's a plain red book with the word Khafra on it. How is it nice? Nice cover. I suppose you have an interesting sense of aesthetics. I agree, William. I agree. Your sense of aesthetics, something. If you don't mind, I really appreciate it. Other than the word on the last page, there's nothing interesting about it. There seemed to be a weird page around the end. But I think that's just a mistake someone made while printing the book. Thank you very much for all that help. Always here to help. Any other questions? Nope. It's about time we went anyways. I'll look into the poison a bit more and let you know if anything pops up. Thank you very much, William. I think I'll head straight to the station. Hey, it's time for dinner. Why don't you stop by the station for some grub? Nah, I'm not feeling like it. Looks like the station will be waiting for a cop to show up. I'll see you later, William. Station Street. Do I just walk around? Hey, partner. William, what brings you here? Nothing, really. I just thought I could tag along. So he's decided to skip dinner. It's gonna take a while to investigate the attempted robbery, though. Nah, I'm fine. Not the day for barbecue anyways. Yeah, right. That rib place is still under renovation, which brings me back to the question. How the fuck did our victim eat ribs? I wouldn't even be going. Even if it was open, I told you before, I don't want to die mysteriously after eating some ribs. And you don't even have your badge. What are you even going to do there alone? Ha, that's right. William, you're the best partner ever. You should smile a little bit more if he was the best partner ever. That's enough already. Let's get this over with. I'll walk slowly, otherwise I think it will trigger motion sickness a little bit. I never seen such an ugly statue. Isn't it cool? It's based on a Summerset folktale. A Summerset folktale? Never heard anything about it? The name of the station also comes from it. Haven't you heard of the legend of Salty Mary? Salty as in table salt? A long time ago, a pack of dirty rabbit dogs appeared in Somerset. Those dogs spread a lethal plague all across town. Mary died from that plague, and that drove a nurse called Mary to do something about the dogs. Wait, this Mary, she was a woman? That's right, the woman in the statue right here, that's Mary. Single woman took down the rabbit dogs, not just one, but a whole pack of them? The statue makes it look like the dogs ate her alive. Well, not exactly. She dragged all those dogs into the ocean. Oh, the ocean? Don't tell me why she's called Salty Mary. That's exactly why she's called Salty Mary. People back in the old days, believed salty water watered away bad omens or diseases, you know? This is a true story, right? I'm not sure. It's a really old story anyways. Okay, into the station. Time to investigate. Crowded as usual. A robot can stop trains from running, eh? There's an employee right there. We should ask him some questions. Excuse me, do you know work here? How can I help you? We're from the Summerset Police. I've heard there was an attempted robbery at the station last night. Oh, you're finally here. That's right. It happened by the storage lockers. It's straight to the left, past the security office. Thank you. To the left. Seems like the staff here were waiting for the police all this time. I should hurry. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go over to the lockers first before I go to the security office. Okay, I'll just go towards the end. I'll inspect everything later. Excuse me. What? We just talked to him. What's happening here? Oh, you must have met my brother at the entrance. We're twins. People often mistake us for one another. Twins? You might as well tell people that you two are actually the same. Well, how can I help you? If we need to use the lockers, I'm afraid you can't. It's under maintenance now. We're from the Summerset Police Department. I've heard that there was an attempted burglary here. Oh, you're detectives. Welcome. It seems obvious that the burglar wanted this locker open. That's right. Whoever that was really worked the pry bars, huh? The door on locker 222 is severely damaged. Gee, one hell of a locker this is. When did this happen? Last night, around 11 at night. The security guard ran straight into it while doing his night rounds. Poor man got beat up. Oh, that's bad news. Where's the guard right now? I'd like to hear more from him. He'll be at the guard office right by the entrance. I need to attend to the passengers here. I'm sorry, but you have to go see them yourselves. No worries. Let's go to the security office near the entrance for a detailed account. Okay, I can't look at this. Okay. Let me look at this. It's a timetable for buses that leave from the train station. I suppose the man was found dead on the beach also bought tickets based off the timetable. It's related to the case I'm working, so I'll keep note of this. So we got the timetable, must be useful later. Security office, this is the guy. Anyone there? We're from the Summerset Police Department. Oh, you're finally here. That's right. It happened by the storage lockers. You're badly hurt. Are you okay? Oh, it's but a scratch. The doctor said some ointment will do the trick. Did you get hurt stopping the robber last night? That's right. See, that bastard just threw this thing straight at me. Is this the crowbar that the robber used? Yep. Kept it as evidence. I thought it might help catch that scumbag. Good thinking. Can you tell us more about what happened last night? Yes, of course. We do our rounds at 11 every night, checking the whole place. So like always, I was walking towards the lockers and I saw some scumbag prying at the locker doors of a crowbar. I was shocked and shouted at them. Then, that bastard just threw this pry bar straight at me and ran away. The guy wasn't even hesitating or anything. It all happened in a flash. Do you remember what this person looked like? Well, it was really dark last night, and the blood from the hit did confuse me. I'm sorry, but I didn't really get a good look at the person. I'm sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about. Never nice to be hit in the face with something. I don't have details, but yes, I'm sure it was a man. He had broad shoulders, and oh, he was tall. The thief couldn't break into locker 222. Did anything else go missing? Nope, none of the safes were touched. And none of our staff reported any missing belongings. Well, I'm just glad the lockers were left intact. It's embarrassing to tell the passengers that we couldn't keep their belongings safe, isn't it? It's such a relief that things didn't come to that. I guess the doors are quite sturdy, right? It looks like the robber did all he could get it open. See, the double lock on that locker is designed to engage itself when the wrong password is entered multiple times. Whatever the robber did, locked the lockers like so. Once the system is triggered, not even an elephant jumping on it will bust it open. But that's the problem on its own. We're in a bit of a pickle, you see. Major headache? Well, it's the secondary lock is activated. We need to enter the administrator password to reset the lock. Well, that password is missing right now. We still don't know what's inside locker 222. What? How could such an important password just go missing? It seems like it got lost when the previous manager left the job. It's not like we used the password often either, so we forgot too. That's a problem. I think knowing what the culprit was looking for inside the locker would be crucial for our investigation. It's not completely lost. The previous manager did leave some information about the password, but I'll say the information isn't very structured. Can we take a look at the document? Yes, go to the ticket office. Someone there should have it. Alright, we'll head there right now. Take care of yourself. We'll let you know if we have any more questions. Yes, thanks. Call me anytime we need something. Time to visit ticket booth and check the password note. Okay, go to the ticket booth. Password note. The ticket seller is staring at the paper, trying to work something out. I have a feeling that this is the document that Gar was talking about. Oh, welcome. Where to? I'm Detective William Russell from the Summerset Police Department. Oh, yes, hello. So, can I help you? I heard that the document related to the lock password was being kept here. Oh, yes. Yes, we are taking a look at it first. You are suspicious. Very suspicious. I don't trust this guy. I'd like to see what's inside the locker right away, will you? Oh, you really want to? Maybe you can take a look yourself. I think that should be faster. Should take a look at the bus schedule document in my clues section of the note. Okay. So this... What the hell is this? Yeah, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? A bit weird? This doesn't seem relevant at all to the password, does it? A 40-year-old bus schedule for 1910 and some ridiculous balls that look more at place in the bingo hall. Well, I honestly do agree with you. But at least according to the previous manager, the hints are all inside the schedules. Might as well punch in everything starting from 000. That is actually one way to do it. Oh, someone's already on it. I have a question for you. The previous manager set the locker password himself? Well, yes. Wait, how did you know that he did? I think he was in charge of the bus schedule. In charge of the schedule, so that's why the documents included the bus schedule for 1910. Oh, that's right. It was the first schedule he drafted after he started working here. His job was to draft the bus schedule every 10 years, you see. And he retired after drafting the bus schedule this year, the 1950 bus schedule, I mean. 40 years at the station then. So he set up the password after he made this year's schedule, I assume. Well, was it? I think so, I'm not sure. Alright, thanks. So, Kevin, do you figure out the password? I can't say for sure, but I think we do have all we need to crack it. Well, I say we find a locksmith already. Locksmith for a locker that can withstand a man swing at it with a crowbar? We have to call in a welder all the way from Tinstown. That's gonna take a while. And I'm assuming you don't have that a while. Well, to be honest, I just couldn't believe that you could figure out the password just like that. There's not much information, if any. The staff here has been on it the whole day. How are you gonna figure it out right away? Of course, I just can't figure everything out in a blink of an eye. Could you give me a bit more time? Well, give it a try. I'll call the station and get a welder here. Let's see if you're faster or the welder is. Acted all confident, but this is actually quite a puzzle. I should take a careful look at the document. That should be my way in. Skipping there is really making me feel hungry. Maybe a piece of candy could help. If I think I'm stuck. A sugar rush might help come up with the answer. Anyway, if I figure out the password, I should try it out on locker 222 right away. Okay, there's 11 E's. What has 5 letters? A? Where's the A? No, there's 6 A's. Why is it 5 there? 5 and 8. The 1910 one. So, wait. Oh, O has 5. O has 5. O has 5. Then, S has 5. So what? 555? No, wait, R. It should be R. 577. P. 5577. No, wait, it's W. 1577. Oh, okay, no, wait. 1575. 1575. Wait. I need to take some notes myself. Give us that what? Write that down. 1575. And then the best list for then it's also password. So 2 6 9 7. Wait, that's not it. It's 8, right? Yeah, so that one is 85. Was it AS? He is 6. No, it's 9. How do you get 8? 6. How do you get 8? Which one has 8? And where did he get 8? T has 8. Why is it T though? Is it the location has something to do with it? +1 85. Why is it T? What? What is T? I should figure out the administrative password. If I'm stuck, might as well try candy is sell at the shops. Might help me solve the problem somehow. Candy. Where is the candy they sell at the shops? What candy? Where's the candy? Yeah, okay. candy they sell at the shop snack bar. Can I go back there? There's some things people use for wardrobe. Take a look. Anything to buy? I need a hit. Moment, think. I should look at the left side of the document that says password twice. William said it looked like a bingo board, but that's only because some lines were drawn between the letters. This looks, yes, 2 numbers are written down in parallel vertically, and if subtracted value is less than 0, barring tens. The diagonals on A and S meant that 10 were each borrowed from the 110th place. And the reason why 5 is written above A on the left is because it borrowed 10 to the next number and would originally have been 6. And originally between the 8 and the 5 on the A and S to the right were 9 and 6 each. Yep, this is starting to make sense. The sugar from the candy we did help. What the? What the hell? Okay, let me look at that again. I don't understand it. 3911. So originally it's 1 number above, but it borrowed 10. Memo says that I don't think the sum of the 2 numbers is the password. If it were that easy, they would have opened the locker by now. The person who made the locker reset password was the one who scheduled buses. Wouldn't that mean that 1910 and 1950 here refer to the years listed on the bus schedule? The alphabets in the word password all appear more than once in the bus schedule. 1910 may refer to the password calculated with the number of alphabets that appear in the 1910 bus schedule. And the 1950 must refer to the password calculated with the alphabets that appear in the 1950 bus schedule. This would mean that the sum of the 1910 and 1950 will make a totally new number. Good, I got it now. Okay, hold on. Okay. So it's 5. I don't get it. Oh, I'm so confused. Just do it. I'll do it for me, Foster. Subtract the numbers using the number of times the alphabets pass or appear in the 1910 bus schedule. I get 5655 minus 1575. Oh, I got 1575, right? Which is 4080. If I subtract the numbers between using the numbers of the schedule password appear in the 1950 bus schedule, I get 6966 and then 2697, which is 4269. The administrative password for the storage locker is a sum of 2 numbers, 8349. Fantastic! Just need to punch the code in now. Okay, 8349. Man, that is ridiculous. Why give me math puzzles in the beginning? Although they did say that the puzzles are more like latent puzzles, okay? So, thank you, Foster, for solving it for me, because I would not have been able to do it on my own. Wow, you really figured it out. What kind of magic trick was that? It's nothing like a magic trick. Just some ether magic based on the clues the person who set a password left behind. Wow, that's impressive. You decrypted that nonsensical document. Seems like the one who came up with the code was quite a witty type. Since when does witty mean not telling anyone about what you did at work? Thanks, detective. You don't know how much this means to us. Now let's take a look at what was inside the locker. Looks like a normal suitcase on the outside, at least. The exterior pockets are empty. Hey, this is all that's inside. Looks like original travel items to me. We don't know what's hidden where, so let's take a close look at it. I'm interested in this cigarette. This man takes Lumina cigarettes. Actually, LumineNight cigarettes. A full carton of these expensive cigarettes. I wish I was rich enough to smoke a carton of these every day. That's the point, William. So get it too, right? Lumina, they're expensive, but we really are the best. No, I mean this entire carton of cigarettes in the bag. What's wrong with that? There's too much. The bag suggests that it was a short trip. The trip was maybe 2 or 3 days long. Too many cigarettes, though. It doesn't add up. I don't think that's strange. A heavy smoker would burn through a carton in no time. If he smokes 4 packs a day, this would have been a big deal. So whoever owned the bag was also a heavy smoker. Like our victim. We don't know what's hidden where, so let's take a look. Okay. A pair of tailored suit. Looks like this man kept a spare for his travels, but... Kevin, see this clothes here? None of these have any brand labels on. Yeah, major clue right there. We don't know what's hidden where. Okay. These look unused. They're not even open. No way. What is it, William? This toothpaste. It's $4 for a tube. That's very expensive. I didn't even know that people actually use this. How much money did he even have? Kevin, Robert very well could have been after this suitcase, even knowing that it didn't have any cash. Well, that's possible. Now that I look at it, even the towel and toothbrush look expensive too. Oh, let's note that down as expensive toiletries. I think we checked out everything here, so detectives, the culprit. Well, we'll do some work on this case and try to arrest the suspect as soon as possible. Yes, understood. Please don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be here. Great, we're done here. Time for some beer. Great, we're done here. It's time for some beer. We need to go ask the attendant at the ticket booth about the dead man on the beach. We need to know if he saw Alexander Wayne. You okay then? You're paying for all the drinks tonight, though. Got it? You know, Celine is waiting for me at home. Cut me some slack. I should go talk to the ticket seller to see if anyone saw the dead man yesterday. Okay. Why is the color suddenly dark there? Oh, it's just mimicking darkness. Okay. Sorry, we're closed for... Oh, it's you detectives. If you're okay, I'd like to ask what happened yesterday at the station. Oh, about yesterday? I'm afraid I don't know much about it. Not about the robbery. Did you see this person while you're on your shift yesterday? Well, I do work all day here, but I don't remember every single customer I sell tickets to. If I do, my head might just explode. In that case, do you remember a customer who bought 2 tickets each for Pamela Street leaving at 8:10 p.m. and Summerset Street leaving at 8:30 p.m.? Ah, this. Yeah, I remember this. Come to think of it, I think the customer looked like the man you just showed me. Yes, he came around 8 yesterday. First, he asked for a ticket to Pamela Street, I think. And, well, it's just my job, so I did it. Sold him the ticket, I mean. And I thought that was the end of it. Him paying for the ticket and all. Then he came in and started banging on the windowsill. I told him the windowsill was really thin in my brake, and then he told me to get a ticket for Summerset Beach right away, and he was agitated. He got upset? He wasn't being angry at me, but his voice got louder. He was in a hurry? Yeah, he was in a massive hurry. You could even say he was in a rush. In a rush, I see. Please continue. Okay, anyway, he asked for the fastest ticket, so I booked him another, but then his ticket bound for Pamela Street is now useless, right? So I asked, sir, do you want a refund on that ticket? I don't know what he was in a rush for, but he just snatched the ticket out of my hand and ran away just like that. That's all I've seen of that man. Anyway, that's why I remember him to be an odd customer. So he didn't even receive a refund, left in a hurry. I see, thanks for your help. No problem, detective. On the evening of October 11th, a man who arrived on the beach on the night of 8:10 p.m. bus died around 1 a.m. the following day, after sitting on a seawall all night. Same night, around 11 p.m., someone tried to steal a suitcase from locker 222 at Salty Mary Station. I'm sure these two incidents are deeply intertwined. I need to organize all this information. He's gonna deduce something for me or whatever. I'm not gonna do it. Seeing some of the connections between the clues are tenuous. I need to think it over. Oh, I need to do something. Okay. Unlabeled clothes. No, this one. Okay. Didn't mysterious note 2 tickets. Security guard? No. Like that, okay? Heavy smoker. Okay, did it this time. According to the ticket seller, it's definitely true that Alexander Wayne was at Salty Mary Station on October 11th. And at the same time, a suitcase was stored in locker 222. A strangely large amount of cigarettes and clothes with all their labels removed. These things can't just be a coincidence. It only makes sense that Alexander Wayne was the owner of this suitcase. And whoever tried to rip open locker 222 in order to get his hands on the suitcase, this person isn't just a robber, but a key figure to this in this case. I don't think this person would be easy to track down, and I don't have any clues that will lead me to the suspect. The crime happened late at night where nobody was. Where should I begin finding witnesses? Oh, come to think of it, the botany book that Charlotte gave me, this was also a completely unexpected clue. Maybe this case shouldn't be approached the regular way. I hope this book could tell me the answer. Okay, I'm done with investigating the station, apparently. So we're back to his study. I thought it was his office. Ew, I'm tired. I think Celine's sleeping. I should get started on the book Charlotte gave me. What kind of book is this? Why did Dr. Charlotte immediately notice the word SEMA? I should read the book carefully. Place it between the clues. Okay. I'll take a little break here first, though. I need a little break. Step away, take a quick break before I come back and play more of this game. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, take care.